Hello everyone and welcome to Shelf Space. I'm your host Ron13 and today we are looking at the HGUC F91 Gundam F91. That sounded incredibly redundant. But you know, it's right there in the package. F91, Gundam F91. I don't make this up. It's there. It's their rules, their name. Bear with me with the if the image looks weird. I'm trying out the Pro mode on my camera phone here, and I have no idea if this is actually coming out decent or not. I think I got it dialed in just right, but there's no telling. I think the white balance looks a little better than it has in the past, but blah. Anyway, show must go on. So, as I was saying, this is the HGUC Gundam F91 from Gundam F91. This is also, I believe, the last of the Father's Day kits that I got. So, excited to show this one off. But first and foremost, we must look at the box. So, let's look at it. We got really cool illustration of the Gundam F91 with some other mobile suits and things going on in the background. I can't remember what that thing is called, but I know there is an RE100 kit for it, and I think it looks kind of cool. Maybe I'll get one in the future. I don't know. We got F91, Gundam F91. I've pointed out how ridiculous that is. Got the blue Bandai logo over there. On the side, we have painted photographs of it and write-ups completely in Japanese. So I can't read any of this. On this side, HGUC Gundam F91 167. When did this come out? This model was released in 2013. That seems like a depressingly long amount of time ago. So we got write-ups on other things that it can do. So we can see all the different accessories and the way it can flip its things down and go pew pew and go bam bam and slice slice and shink. And oh my god, the head came off. And other stuff. And here it is on an action stand, looking pretty cool with the beam shield and stuff like that. I like beam shields, they're cool. Got usual warning stuff here, though it's on a black background instead of white, so that's interesting. And they have removed the encost and left it uncentered, which, as we have established in past videos, makes me unhappy. Then, on this side, we have the same as the other, plus the bluefin sticker, and that is that. Enough of the box. Let's take a look at the actual kit now. And here is the F91 itself with no extra accessories. And I have to say, I dig the look of this design. I actually have always kind of liked this design. I like the little wing gun things, though I didn't realize they were guns until I actually saw the series. I always thought they were just basically jet wings, like on the Wing Zero or something. And I like the sort of non-conventional chest design they got going on there with the grill all the way around. A lack of yellow in the chest. Though I think sometimes these little Vulcan things are painted yellow. Obviously not on mine. And just lots of neat little details. I believe this came out during the time frame where Bandai was on a mission of wanting to produce basically all the main protagonist suits. And so this benefits from a lot of the modern, at least what we call modern now, Gunpla engineering. So yeah, it is pretty darn cool. It does rely on stickers. This is the sticker sheet on it. I think the most egregious of them is these ones right here. They could have... Whoa, focus. This is going to take some getting used to. They could have easily have done these as blue plastic, I think, but they didn't. I mean, I can understand somewhat why they didn't, because this is obviously would be a very thin piece of blue plastic, but considering the amount of color separation this kit has in other parts, like right here, that little tiny red piece is an actual red piece of plastic. It seems inexcusable to me that they didn't. So that's a down thing on there. Having the stickers for the F91 is... I can understand, but I kind of wish they did something different. But I think the master grade, or at least the 2.0 master grade, did actual red plastic sticking through the white. All these yellow bits, there and there, those are all stickers as well. But overall, I mean, it's not too bad. Let's go ahead and start looking at articulation, starting with the head. So while we're here, we'll take a nice look at the head sculpt, which is pretty nice. Lots of little tiny details. And I do mean little because, as I'll show off later in the comparisons, this is a very small mobile suit. It's the cameras and eyes are all stickers, but that's not too surprising, including one on the back there. So, focus. So, articulation, you can rotate it around because it is on the standard HG double ball joint thing, where you can move back and you can even turkey neck a little bit. Trying to do this where it doesn't focus just on my fingers. But yeah, looks pretty darn cool. So shoulders have kind of the standard sort of butterfly joint. Can move side to side. It even has some jointing like this, if it'll focus. So it's like it has like the standard butterfly joint, but it also has it kind of sideways. So you get some pretty decent movement around of this. And you can still rotate all the way around. Elbow is double jointed for very nice bend there. And then you got your standard ball joint at the wrist for articulation there, which also allows for hand swapping, which it does have at least a couple of hand options. In the torso itself, you have a little bit of ad crunch and wiggle. Can rotate things all the way around if you so desire. And then on the back, these gun things can actually swing down and forward like that, which is pretty cool because that is a thing they do in the show. And what you can do, I'm gonna have to be careful with this, come on, is you can slide these open and bring down handles like this. And then if you want to, I'm not going to because I don't think it looks that great, you can have them grip down there. But personally, I'd rather just have them on his back or just have them sort of shoot at the hip like this. In addition to rotating like that, you also have jointing this way. So you actually have a decent range of movement on these little gun pod wing things. So color me impressed. So on the legs, we can rotate the side skirts up like this, and the front skirts can go up like this. They are joined right now, but if I remember correctly, you can separate them if you so choose. So you can get a pretty decent chorus line, as Shoki likes to call it. And then you got a good double jointed knee, not spectacular bend, but still decent for a realistic human range of movement. Foot is on a ball joint, and I want to say there's a little bit more going on here to get you some decent ankle tilt and rock. The butt skirt is fused in place, so you can only kick back so far. And splits, despite the fact that the side skirts don't go up all the way, you still get a pretty decent amount. So you have that. So yeah, really, articulation-wise, he's pretty impressive, but he also comes from a time frame where they were really, really pushing the limits of Gunpla designing. So I'd be surprised if this guy wasn't decently articulated. And considering how small he is, he does a pretty good job with what he's got. I am thoroughly impressed with this figure. He's a little bit back heavy because of the guns, but you can get some pretty decent poses. Just trying to use as many joints as I can just to show it off. There we go. So accessory-wise, he actually comes with a fair amount of stuff. So, basics first, we got 2 beam sabers. As far as I can tell, there's no place to really store these, so either you got him holding them like that, or you just set them aside. But I have to say, I really like this translucent green. We've seen it before in a couple other kits, and it just looks really, really nice. Set those aside there. What next? Okay, here. We have... Focus. His beam rifle, along with his shooting hand. Now, something interesting I noticed, this handle here does not bend at all. It is molded in that direction and cannot be moved, which is really, really weird for a Gunpla kit. Usually if they have the handle like this, it's designed so that way it can be rotated, sort of as just a reference to how a lot of the original firearms in First Gundam were like. But this one doesn't do that. Maybe it doesn't do that in the show. I can't remember. It's been a long time. But yeah, I love how this white part here is actual white plastic, not a sticker. You do have a camera sticker up there. But yeah, it looks pretty good. And as you can see, I put some panel lining here to make those details pop a little bit more. Let's go ahead and get him equipped with that. So you just pull that out, pop that in, and now you can go pew pew, bang bang. It's just a decent looking gun, and it's not super huge, but it does provide a nice bit of shelf presence. Speaking of something that will provide shelf presence, his beam shield. It comes with this little armature thing. So you have this part right here, which you can pull off, set aside, and then this gets plugged in right here. And there it is. And that just looks so cool. I really dig it. And interesting enough, these parts, the beam sabers and the beam shield, are actually used on another kit that I've built but haven't shown off on that channel, and that is Mobile Doll May. As you can see, she's got the exact same parts. Exact same color, too, in fact. But yeah, I love how this guy looks when he's equipped with this stuff. And we're not even done yet. We also have this, a really cool looking bazooka. And this is a mounting bracket that can go on the back of it. It can go on the back of it. I just can't get it to go on there. There's this plastic piece right here on the butt flap. And for the life of me, I cannot get it off again to put this back there. So this piece is permanently off to the side, and maybe we'll go to a different kit or something. I don't know. But it looks pretty cool. I just prefer the beam rifle myself, so that's what he's going to be displayed with. We also have another shooting hand for the other side. So that's nice that they provided that. We also have the little fin things that can come out of his shoulders. Let's see if I can show that off real quick. Put this arm down. And you should just be able to pull this out. There we go. And then you can put this back in. Maybe it's this one. There we go. So you can have the fins out for his, I don't know what he calls it, but that's when he does his super fast leaving after image things. And I think it looks pretty cool like that, actually. So let's go ahead. Can I get the other one out? Not waste your time. There we go. Come on. Not even looking at the camera, so I don't know if this is in focus or not. There we go. And that just leaves one piece of accessory left, and that is this. Can I get the camera to focus on it? He has an alternate face, complete with eyes and chin and stuff, because the F91 Gundam has a, when it usually activates this mode, the face mask opens up and you can have a Gundam with a mouth. And let's see if I can do this. So you pull the helmet off, pull that off, then you have a headless Gundam that's out of focus. Then you just slide that back in, and back it goes. Easy peasy. Maybe would have preferred that they just did the full head sculpt or, helmet and stuff over again. But as things go, it's not too bad. Let's see if I can get zoomed in on there with some light maybe. There we go. Not too bad. I don't think I'm going to display it like this, because I prefer the Gundam mouth, but it is nice to have that option. So for comparison, let's take a look at this. So here he is next to the Age 1 Normal, which is pretty much your standard Gundam size. And as you can see, F91 is quite a bit shorter. He doesn't look bad next to him, but he is a very small mobile suit in comparison. And that's because during this time frame in the 90s, they were making all the mobile suit designs smaller. So things from Gundam Wing, Victory Gundam, I think even Afterwar Gundam X are smaller, and F91 is right in that time frame. So that was, I think, a measure to save on plastic or something like that. But the in-universe reason is because they were able to get them more energy efficient and yada, yada, yada. How that explains stuff in the alternate universes. Yeah. But it is more just a thing to know. That shield was coming off. There we go. It's fighting me. Anyway, so that's just something to be aware of. So yeah, overall, I really dig this kit, and I am super happy that my loving family got it for me. And I just like it. It's a good kit, and I would recommend it to anybody. The main things to keep in mind is that it is a little bit sticker heavy on some parts, and it is a smaller mobile suit. So if you don't want something like that in your collection, then this may not be for you. But for me, I dig this look a lot. So yeah, that's been a review. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all those fun YouTube things. Check my description below for links to my storefront where you can get official shelf space t-shirts and more. And yeah, thank you again, and I'll see you the next time you invade my shelf space.